Hey there, girly pops, and welcome back to the Cozy Babes Club. I'm your host, Chloe Taylor. And this week, you can thank this person on Instagram for asking us about routines. You can also thank my sister. It was like two people asked, and I was like, you know what? Yes, we can talk about routines because that is something that has completely transformed over the course of the last 6 weeks. And I feel like y'all really do come to me for this topic. We have done so many different episodes talking about morning routines, night routines, what routines we're into, what inspires y'all to start a new routine. We have done a lot of this coverage, and I don't know if it's having my son in the sixth house of routines and wellness. I don't know if it's that my midheaven is also in Virgo, which corresponds to the sixth house. Y'all just look to me for the routines, and I love it because it's something I like to talk about. So, if you feel like your life has been chaotic and disorganized, and you're like, I could just really use a little bit of some inspo, some ideas for a routine, and you're also nosy like me, and you want to know what other people do, this is the episode for you. So, I think the first thing I need to talk about is probably the nighttime routine, which I feel like we have covered a lot less of. And I think that's because for a long, long time, I did not have a good nighttime routine. And I would try and only like halfway do it, or I would have something work for like 2 or 3 weeks, talk about it, and then it was not something I was continuously doing. Now, I don't know how long it's been that I've been on this routine. I feel like I have solved the sleep problems. I don't want to say it too loud because I feel like I will jinx it somehow. Even though it really is at the end of the day just discipline, I feel like I will jinx it somehow because it just I can't express to you how many times I have started a routine for my bedtime habits and it has just fallen flat, or I've weirdly gotten anxious about it. And I need to say that, like, we don't have a sponsorship, but like we fucking should. And I will reach out to them on our behalf because I think they probably would work with me. This is not sponsored in any way, shape, or form, but it has been something that has helped so much that I feel like I'm going to mention it again. I've mentioned it in previous episodes, but it is this device called Brick. I want to say it's like 40 bucks and you can get them on sale a lot of the time. There's no app fees, which I really appreciate because I am somebody that I pay for so many damn services. We basically own nothing anymore that I didn't want to pay for another subscription. But no subscription. It's this little like device that it's a magnet that you can like stick to your refrigerator. That's where I keep mine. Your coffee area, somewhere that's like away from where you do most of your activities. And this thing actually locks the apps that you tell it to lock. So I love this thing. I feel like it has single-handedly changed my relationship with social media. I am somebody that has struggled with a very intense social media addiction. I've talked about this before. Originally, my addiction was food. That was something I really struggled with. And then when I really started to work on that, I feel like social media became my like new fixation. And now I don't have that anymore either. And I feel like I have a really healthy relationship with social media. And largely, I think it is because of this app or this like device, and it's an app that it basically like you can't open these apps unless you get up and go to the location where you have the brick. So like you have to go there and like unlock the phone, and you can also like set parameters that lock you out of things, and it has really helped me to use my phone as a normal, quote unquote, normal tool, like for phone, for text messaging, instead of just constantly using my phone to pick up every single time I was bored. So I feel like this thing has truly helped me. I couldn't talk about my nighttime routine without talking about it because I like having my phone in bed because I like to read Reddit before I go to bed. This is part of my nighttime routine, okay? I love to read Reddit. And I think this is fine. I don't feel like I have an addictive problem with Reddit. It's easy for me to put it down. I don't feel like I have to be there. But I like having my phone because it gives me access to Reddit, but all the other stuff is closed at night because I brick my phone. Whenever I start to settle in for bed, I brick my phone basically, and I make it to where all of the apps that would distract me are pulled away. And I love it. It's great. I feel like this thing has also worked so well that I don't like, you know how when you remove an app from your phone, you like you'll constantly go to click where it is. I feel like this device has also helped me to stop doing that. Weirdly, because I don't remove the apps, they're still there. I just can't use them. And there have been multiple times where my phone has been unbricked, open, accessible to all these apps, and I'm not religiously or dogmatically, which is the new word I want to use instead. I am not dogmatically searching or like looking for this thing because I really feel like I have broken the addiction pattern. But in any case, my nighttime routine, I couldn't mention it without this because I feel like it has just made such an impact. So, my nighttime routine, I would say it starts. I try to start my nighttime routine after dinner. And this doesn't happen every day this way, but y'all know that I, in the past, was a chronic bed rotter. Okay. I would rot for days. It was not cute. I actually feel like I spent a lot of my 2025 bed rotting, and that's something that I'm actively fighting against this year because in 2026, this is like my no unintentional bed rot year. If it is not scheduled in my calendar, I'm not doing it. I literally, if I think about it, I will make myself get up and go get ready for the day and like make my bed because I'm like, no, we're not spending our life like this. But I feel like the way I get myself to get into bed really early is by like telling myself like, okay, like your day is done and you're allowed to bed rot now. Like this is intentional. We can get into bed now. We have moved our body. We have done all the things we said we were going to do. Now we can put our jammies on and go to bed. That's awesome. Even if I'm just chilling and doing something else while I'm spending that time. So I would say my nighttime routine does kind of start after dinner. The first thing I do, like most people, well, actually, maybe most people don't do this. I brush my teeth after dinner because I don't eat again. Like after dinner, the kitchen is closed to me. We can talk about more about that eventually, but the kitchen is closed to me after dinner. I do not eat again, and so I can brush my teeth after dinner and be done with it. Sometimes I won't though, because I also love like, you know me, I love a little sugar-free drinky, okay? I love a little sugar-free soda. My current favorite is the cranberry Sprite, zero sugar. I also, oh my God, I'll show you later in the Yapper Girl Corner my new, like, it's not my nighttime beverage because I try to stick to like zero drinks at night. Like, you know, a sparkling water, a zero calorie soda. I will have those kinds of things at night periodically. But these ones are different. I'll show you them later. Well, we have one for the Yapper Girl segment, but I might have like a little drink. But if not, and it's just like water, I will go ahead and brush my teeth. I newly, because y'all, I'm a 34-year-old woman. Okay. I know we talk about this all the time as well. Some of y'all are also in your 30s, according to my analytics. Lots of you are. I have something embarrassing to tell you. I haven't been to the dentist since I got my braces removed. Um, I think I was like 16 when that happened. More than half of my life has gone by. I need y'all to hold me accountable on this. Please, please, please. I need somebody to hold my hand. I am a bad bitch and I will get things done, but I just need a little bit of encouragement. um I need to go to the dentist, okay? There is a tooth in my mouth that it's not causing me any pain yet, but I can see that it's an issue. And I'm like, okay, we actually need to go be seen for this. And I also need to be getting my teeth cleaned at least twice a year, okay? It's diabolical behavior to not be getting your teeth cleaned, especially when you're somebody, me, I'm talking about myself, that has dental insurance. I have dental insurance. I need to be executing on that. But I've been trying to like start flossing at night. I know many of us chronically do not floss. Some of you might. You'd be surprised how many people do not. I was one of those people. This is something I'm working on. So I will also like get in there, floss, do the things. Something else I also do in my night routine, which might sound insane to some of y'all. It's not that crazy, but I cannot. I cannot wash my face in the sink. It just water everywhere. And I buy those little cuffs that go on your hand, the little like towel cuffs. You know what I'm talking about. They do work, but they just stink. And like I feel like I need 7 pairs, and that's just too much excess for me in order for me to use them every night. I would literally need 7 pairs because I wear makeup almost every day. I didn't used to, but I do now because I have so much more energy than I used to have. I wear makeup and do my hair almost every single day. I wash my face. I mean, I always try to wash my face at least once per day, but it's getting washed twice if I'm wearing makeup. So I cannot wash my face in the sink. I will get in the shower with a like shower cap on just to wash my face and get out if I've already taken a shower for the day. I do this all the time. So I will also after dinner sometimes get in the shower and then like do my skincare and then like, my little eye jellies, do something nice for myself. And then brush my teeth, do the flossing. And then my favorite part of my day is putting on a clean pair of pajamas and getting into my bed. It is literally my favorite part of the day. I love bed. Y'all know this about me. I'm a bed biddy. Bed is my favorite place in the entire mother effing world, okay? I love bed. Bed is the best. Especially because like I have like a big TV mounted in my bedroom. My PlayStation is in there. My Switch is in there. I am a gamer girl. When I am not doing girl boss shit, I do love a good video game. I love a good Netflix show. I love a good YouTube scroll, especially on the TV and not on my phone. So this happens honestly probably close to like 6 or 7 o'clock most nights because I am an old lady and I eat dinner at 5 o'clock. I literally have an alarm in my phone that goes off at 4 p.m. every day, and it tells me, go make dinner so you can eat by 5. Because in ADHD fashion, I will forget. So I will, once I'm done with all that, I'm getting in my bed. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling cozy. I'm feeling correct. Sometimes I pick up my little phone. Hello, your bestie's calling. I will pick up my little phone and I will call my sister. That's probably like one of my most done activities. I will call my sister, see what she's doing, because it's still like really early in the evening, right? I don't go to bed until like 11:30 midnight now. So, from like 5:30 p.m., sometimes 6 p.m. until midnight, we've got like 6 hours to just chill. So I'll call my sister. I'll be like, hey, girly pop, what are you doing? What's the tea? What's the sitch? How was your day? What did you eat? Are you hydrated? When I talk to my sister, I want to know everything. Like I try to talk to my husband this way, and I feel like I have learned that like the men folk are just not here for that. Your girly pops, like it's not that he's not interested. Please don't paint that on him. It's that I feel like your girly pops are really the people that this information is for. So I call my sister up, my number one fan. And I'm like, what are you doing, girly pop? Are you hydrated? What did you eat? How was your day? What are you thinking? What are you feeling? Sometimes we get into a sassy little game. Okay, we'll play some video games together. Sometimes I'll talk to my best friend if she's free. She is a busy, busy woman right now, so it's not as frequent, unfortunately, that I get to talk to her. But when I do, it's like the best night. We play Dead by Daylight. We play the video games to the max. Those are the nights that I probably will have a little 0 calorie soda if I'm hanging out with my girly pop. I'll do that. Um, Sometimes I'll also just like get into bed and watch YouTube. That's like, honestly, of all the streaming services, I pay for YouTube Premium out of my own pocket. And it is the one streaming service I would cancel all the other ones. Like YouTube is my bottom hoe, and I watch so much stuff on there. Some of my favorite creators are Ashley Ray Ridge. She's a vlogger that I love. Juliet Amethyst or Amethyst Juliet. She does a lot of like weight loss inspiring content, and I love her for that. She makes vlogs for the girly pops. She knows what she's doing. I love her. I wish she was on more platforms because I would follow her everywhere, but she's not on any other social media but YouTube. I also love watching Honey Bison. Not all of her content. Like, I'm not into Girl World. Apparently, that's a whole thing. I'm not necessarily into that, but Honey Bison does a lot of content of reacting to, and I like a lot of that stuff. Um, it reminds me sometimes why I do what I do. I like Honey Bison. I like, who else am I watching? Sometimes I'll watch Ryland vlogs, like Ryland Adams. I like him. These are like the people that I feel like I will drop things to watch them because I'm like, oh, I really want to watch what did, like, I love when this person makes stuff. I want to watch that. I'm sure I'm forgetting some people, but like those are my people that I really like watching. I feel like I've really been into a lot of vloggers lately. So I'll watch that. I didn't get very far, but I started Heated Rivalry, like episode one, I'm not even done with, so I can't really speak on it yet. I know Bridgerton's coming out with a new season at the end of this month, so I will be watching that. Um, Obviously I watched Stranger Things. That was so good. Uh, I also watch, y'all, I don't know if you know this about me, but I watch a lot of like anime. I don't know if we've ever talked about it, but My Dress Up Darling, oh, so good. What's that other Apothecary Diaries? I like that one a lot too. Um, I loved when I used to watch it. I've rewatched it a few times. Three Leaves, Three Colors, The Host Club, Fruits Basket. I like a lot of anime, actually. So yeah, anime is the goat. I like watching that at night because it's like easy bite size. So yeah, I basically, that's my time to like chill, and I try not to just scroll on social media. Like, that is not the time that I used to be like, oh yeah, I'm going to scroll. And then I would be there for 6 hours and then some. And then I would stay up super late. And it was a really big problem for me. So I don't just sit and scroll anymore, which I think is good. I usually will watch things with intention or play some games. Dead by Daylight is the game that I play the most. I have almost 2,000 hours. I might actually be at 2,000 hours plus now in the game. Um, I play a lot of Dead by Daylight. I play a lot of Mario, the Mario franchise. And if I'm playing with somebody else, I love like It Takes Two. I loved what was that game called? It was made by the same people that made It Takes Two. I can't remember exactly what it was called, but I'll put it on the screen if you're watching the video. It was a great game. I played it more than once all the way through. I'll probably play it a third time if I get my sister into it after we beat It Takes Two. So that was really awesome. And then, or those are all really awesome, but like this is just my time to chill. Sometimes I'll read. If my husband comes home, we recently watched The Terminator. I'd never seen it and I liked it. And we also watched The Seed of Chucky, which I had not seen since it came out in theaters. The movie is so stupid. Like, I don't even know who that movie was for. I think it was for fans of Jennifer Tilly, which I this is a Jennifer Tilly stan account. Like, hello, Jennifer Tilly is mother. Mother is mothering. She is like what makes that movie. But movie was kind of ridiculous. So watch movies sometimes. Sometimes I'll build Legos. Like, it really is just like my hobby time. And then when I'm like, it is time for bed, okay? This is what I feel like I finally did that like, I don't want to say it got rid of my insomnia because it was still effortful. Like, I feel like I had to, number one, I'm in therapy. Y'all have heard me say this numerous times. I do think 6 months of trauma therapy helped me to change a lot of the behaviors that were destructive in my life. So my insomnia has gone away. I do think that was largely due to internal family systems or IFS therapy, where I have like gone in, met with the parts of me that struggle with these things, and it has gotten better. Um, I also, so like my insomnia is better, my anxiety is better. I don't like have constant medical anxiety anymore either, or like health anxiety anymore. It still can crop up, but it's not as bad as it was. So I do feel like that's why I've been able to like navigate things in my life better, is because I've done the work. Like I have done 6 months of trauma therapy and I'm still going. That has single-handedly been the reason I've been able to do so much in such a short period of time. But I've told y'all this before, but I know that some of y'all that listen to me, you do struggle with sleep hygiene. So I think it's important to talk about these things. Something that I also think was good for me in navigating insomnia without medication, by the way, that's not a flex. I'm just saying that for some it is possible. It's also not me knocking medication. I think some people really need it. Um, but instead of saying like, I have to sleep at this time, or I'm only like, my biggest problem was I would look at the clock and then I would count how many hours of sleep I was going to get. And that would stress me out so bad that I wouldn't sleep. Number one, I went to trauma therapy. Number two, I got an alarm clock and I will link it down below. It is an affiliate link for Amazon, but like if you use it, it doesn't hurt to use it. It just supports me, but like this is not sponsored in any way, but I'm just letting you know anything that's linked, if it ever can be an affiliate link, it probably will be. Um, but I got this alarm clock that you can turn the alarm screen off so you don't know what time it is. And it slowly wakes you up with like basically mimicking like a sunrise. I wake up every day right around the time that that would turn on by myself, no alarm necessary. And I do think that has been with repetitive use. Like I have been going to bed around the same time since around Christmas. So it's been like 2 or 3 weeks now, I think, like 3 weeks. Um, but that really helps, just getting an alarm clock that isn't my phone, that I can like, it's also like a gentler wake up. You're not being woken up and jolted by a crazy alarm. It's like a much softer way to wake up. But on top of that, I would also tell myself, I don't have to sleep right now. Like this is just the mentality I would have that helped. I don't have to sleep right now. I'm just making room for sleep to happen. And that change of phrase, I really feel like helped me a lot, because in the past, it was so like black or white thinking, and like me being so like, I have to sleep, I have to sleep. And it would stress me so bad I couldn't sleep. So just changing my phrasing to like, I don't have to sleep. I just am making room for this thing to happen. And that was like, me putting social media away and getting the new alarm clock. I also like to spray a bed, it's like a spray for sheets for your bed. I will also link this below. I wash my sheets with the same detergent that smells like this. I only use this stuff for my sheets. So like it also tricks my brain into, if I take this spray with me on vacation, which I definitely have, it tricks my brain into going, oh, this is our bed. This is where we sleep. Like it makes sense. It is by the Laundress and it's the Beauty Sleep formula. Smells so good. I have a spray for it, and then I also wash my sheets, like I said, with the detergent. I'll put both down below if you're curious. The smell is amazing. So I do a little bed spray, and I basically, right at midnight, I have the lights in my room also programmed to turn off at midnight. So right at midnight, if I'm watching TV or something like that, I turn all of that off. The TV gets turned off around midnight. If I'm in like the middle of something, I will finish it and then turn it off as soon as it's done. But I'll turn everything off. And then this is when I would like roll over, and I might scroll on Reddit a little bit. But again, I'm not addicted to Reddit. So it doesn't like, this is something I can scroll a little bit and I can put it down, and I'm not sitting on it for hours. I also take magnesium glycinate about 30 minutes, so around 11:30 every night. This definitely gently puts me to sleep. It's not like if you've ever taken melatonin, I feel like you can tell that melatonin is doing something. That doesn't work for me. Like, I don't like that feeling. Magnesium glycinate, specifically glycinate, you don't even realize that it's doing anything. You just feel tired and it feels normal. Like, I don't know how else to explain it. So, I take magnesium glycinate about 30 minutes before midnight. And usually by the time midnight happens, I am so tired I want to sleep. So I also invested in, well, I say invested, but it was cheap. I have a sleep mask that I put on when I go to bed as well. Oh my gosh, I left something out. I'm sorry. We have no notes for this episode today, so we're a little haphazard. I forgot to tell you, we'll come back to the sleep mask. When I go and like brush my teeth and do all of that, I also put my hair, because I only wash my hair about 2 times a week and I do it every day. I don't put heat on it every day, but I will like touch it up if it needs it. I'll put like oil in it if it needs it. I'll put dry shampoo in it if it needs it. I only really wash my hair a couple times a week, but with my hair, I have found the best way to preserve this curl, which like girly pops, I loved my Dyson. I used her religiously. I am back on the wand. I am back on the curler wand that was really popular in like 2018 maybe. We are so back with the wand curls. This is my favorite kind of curl. It's not really a curl. It's like a soft romantic wave. I think it looks so good on my hair and like good for this length. So we are back on the curler. I've been curling my hair with a wand, but to preserve these curls, it's called like a pillow scrunchie. It's by the brand Kitsch. There are two variations of this scrunchie. The one that I use is the good one. The other ones suck. But I put my hair like way up on top of my head, like way up in the front right here if you're watching the video, and I will just loosely put it in a bun and then I wear a silk bonnet over that. So that's how I go to bed. And I do that around 6 o'clock. Like I wear my bonnet for a really long time because I want to preserve my hair for the next day because I do get ready every day. I've become that kind of person that just does that. I make my life easier the night before. Now, as I was saying, my sleep mask. I have started wearing a sleep mask to bed. This is new for me because previously I was petrified of the dark. And me and my therapist actually like did some work around this and I feel like I have been a lot more accepting of the dark. So that's really nice. We love trauma therapy when it works. But yeah, I put this like sleep mask on when I go to bed, and I probably look ridiculous because I'm wearing like my hair is like up here, pushing my silk bonnet up in like a dome shape. And then I have a sleep mask over that that's also like silk lined. So I am just like, usually, sometimes I'll wear silk pajamas too. I'm just like having a time in my sleep, okay? I am such a bougie bitch. I also always, before I go to sleep, I put on my favorite, the Summer Fridays. My favorite is the cafe latte one. I put that on before I go to sleep because I feel like when you sleep with it on, you wake up and your lips are so soft. So it's not a sleep mask for lips or anything. I just think it works better than like a chapstick. I put that on before I go to sleep as well because then my lips are all pillowy soft in the morning and my hair is like getting its treatment. My eyes are feeling good. It also like my sleep mask, I'll link that down below for you too if you're curious about it. It has like indentations to where it helps you to not have your eyelashes like curl up because I'm a side sleeper and my eyelashes, especially on this side, on the left side of my face, always are more curled than the right side. And it's because I sleep on that side of my face. So that has helped immensely using a sleep mask. I don't use it every single night, but I would say most nights, like 6 out of 7 nights a week, I do use a sleep mask if I don't fall asleep scrolling Reddit or reading on my Kindle. But I would say, and my Aura Ring does track that for me, I am asleep by 12:30 every night. I am up around 7:30, 8 o'clock. Um, And that kind of leads us into the morning routine. But that's what I do every single night. For the most part, those are the things that are like staples in my night routine. Now, my daytime routine is a little bit different. The morning routine is a little bit different. So, the morning routine, I wanted to talk about the nighttime first because I feel like you can't, if you have a lot of sleep debt, I laugh because that sounds like such a funny phrase. If you have a lot of sleep debt, you're just not going to function optimally. I'm sorry. Like your morning and night routines are going to be messed up. The number one thing, and it is difficult, it does take discipline to do this. The number one thing I think that has helped outside of like rephrasing the insomnia for me was making myself go to bed at the same time within a 30-minute window every single night. This has helped my circadian rhythm and my nervous system. Everybody talks about it. Was a girly pop listening? No. Um, this has been the best thing for my nervous system. Like, girl, it's the best thing since sunscreen. I refuse to say sliced bread because I'm a redhead and sunscreen is the best invention for us. This is like the best thing since sunscreen. Imagine that, so simple. Going to bed at the same time every night and waking up at the same time every day. And since I have got this routine down, it has made me so much like more energetic. And I feel like I never have sleep debt, which is where like you don't get enough sleep, but you still try to get up early every day. I have almost no sleep debt. I sleep extremely well. And I do think that's also because I exert myself during the day. That helps me to not feel restless at night as I also work out in my day. So we can talk a little bit about that too. But basically, I wake up, I would say around 7:30, 8 o'clock. I usually snooze until like sometimes 8:45. The only reason I don't stay in bed, I have had y'all actually help me with this. I have made it where every day in my stories on Instagram, I post before 9 o'clock and I just say good morning. Some days I'm up way before this. I just don't get out of bed until right before then. And that's good for me. You know, some days I do roll up really early. I go and I watch the sunrise. I'm just like, it's 7:30 and I feel so good. But other times I'm rolling up out of bed right before 9 o'clock. So, and I'm like, I have to go unbrick my phone in the kitchen in order to post on Instagram. So I have no choice. I have to get up. And y'all hold me accountable. Many of you DM me and you tell me good morning back. It's like our little thing. And I love it. So I do that a lot. Literally every day. That is my routine. And from that place, I am a breakfast immediately in the morning kind of person. So I don't eat after dinner. Y'all heard that I eat really early and I do not eat again until breakfast. So I wake up hungrier than a mother effer. And, I get up and I do the normal things. I am, and I don't know, like, I think this is normal, but everybody has a different thing. I don't know if it's because, like, how I eat, the structure of my timing, not sure what does it, but maybe this is TMI, but can we just say that, like, TMI means tell me immediately? So I'm telling you immediately. Um, I am a very regular queen. I immediately, when I wake up in the morning, I have to use the bathroom both ways, if you know what I'm saying. I have to poop immediately in the morning and pee first things. So we're doing that. Brushing my teeth, and then I head out to the kitchen to look for breakfast. And breakfast, I am so boring. I eat the same exact thing every single day. I have two eggs with half a tablespoon of butter, half an ounce of cheese, whatever cheese I have on hand, and I just scramble. I like a scrambled egg. I do whatever breakfast meat of choice. So I'll do 2 pieces of bacon, 2 pieces of turkey bacon if that's what I have. I also like the Amy Lou's chicken sausage. If I have that, I'll have 4 links. Basically, I just like a high protein breakfast. So always 2 eggs, always like at least 2 pieces of a breakfast meat, sometimes more. And then I also every day, I would say, I have 2 shots of blonde espresso, the Starbucks. espresso shots, I get them for my Nespresso machine. So I make it at home. But I do 2 shots of that, the blonde espresso. And then I pour it over ice, and then I pour a protein shake over top. So every single morning I am getting a minimum of like 50 to 60 grams of protein right at breakfast every single day. And I feel like this is the best. Like, I've been doing this for years. You all know about this. I've shown this on my social media pages. I've talked about it. I am a high protein breakfast girly. I think it keeps me the most focused, the most energetic. I feel the best when this is how I function. So, I have a high protein breakfast in the morning. And then from breakfast, I go and either like there's kind of a handful of things that happen, but if like today, for example, I got ready first and then I'm going to walk later. But sometimes I walk first and then get ready later. It just kind of depends on what I'm doing. My favorite thing to do is to edit on my treadmill. I have a treadmill in my office. It's like you can't see it, but it's directly over there if you're watching the video. And I have a desk that I bought for like 50 bucks that I just put over it. And my favorite thing, I strapped my watch to my ankle because if you're like editing and using your hand and stuff, it will not track your steps. I challenge family members every single day to step challenges. So I strap it to my ankle and then I will edit. I am so engrossed in what I'm doing. Like, I'm going to do it today. I'm going to edit my podcast and walk on my treadmill. I will walk for an hour and not even realize that that time has happened because I'm so engrossed in what I'm doing. So that's like my favorite activity for exercise right now. I will not lie to y'all. I was grossly out of shape when I first started walking. It was around Christmas time. And I was doing like a 48-minute mile. Now I'm doing about 28 to 27 minutes. My goal is a 15-minute mile. I'm not there yet. I don't care if it takes me a year to get there. I'm not racing to it. I'm just trying to do a little better than I was the day before. Every week I go up by like a little bit. I'll extend the time or like up the speed a little bit. But my goal ultimately is to do a 15-minute mile and then be able to do four miles in an hour. I call it my power hour. When I get on the treadmill, it's my power hour. But basically, it's just like a fast walk. I'm getting my heart rate up. When I do this walk, I am sweating. Like, I am sweating from every pore. I am sweating in places that I did not know I could sweat. So, yeah, every day I do a power hour. If not every day, it is a minimum of 6 days a week. So currently my goal is to get up to those 4 miles, but right now I'm doing just over 2. I started at 1 mile. So we're doing really well, I feel like, and it's a good time. I challenge other people in my life. That keeps me really motivated. That is a part of my morning routine. I feel better when I get the workout in early, but like today it's going to happen a little bit later because I'm filming first. But ultimately, if I'm not walking first thing and like putting gym clothes on and immediately getting on the walking pad to like work and do something, I am sitting down at my vanity. I recently finally got a little pink chair for my vanity, which this feels like a good time to bring up my latest video on my Patreon, patreon.com/Chloe Taylor. I would love for you to see it, where I covered Saturn in Aries and what that means for you. This is a transit that's majorly coming in this year for the astrology of 2026. And this transit impacts everyone. So I would love for you to see the video if you're curious about what it means for you. It's on my Patreon. I just put it out. I bring it up because I shot it sitting in my bathroom in that vanity chair. But ultimately, I finally got a vanity chair in there and I'll sit down and girl, I will spend like 2 hours primping myself. I don't know what is going on in the astrology that the year 2026, Chloe became so self-obsessed. This, the goddess's year 2026, I feel like I have become so much more self-confident. And I do think it was the therapy. I don't think she was born with it. I think it was the therapy. I digress. I feel like I spend a lot of time in front of the mirror every day now, and I'm like happy to be there. I don't feel like I'm judging myself all the time. I actually like really love myself. I love my appearance. I am way more like self-confident than I used to be. And so, yeah, I will either spend time there getting myself ready for the day, and like when I'm doing that, I'm like responding to audio messages from friends, or I am sending new ones, or I like to watch again, I'll like watch YouTube. And then I'll usually like do work in here, film some stuff. And then that's when I will, like today, that's how this is going to go. I'm going to then get myself ready to get on my treadmill. And then, um, depending on how I do it, I always shower after my workout, no matter what. Like I sweat so much that I have like I cannot work out and not shower. It's nasty. I literally take a shower every single day. I know some people that is common, like you were raised to shower every day. I was not. I feel like growing up in a house of with 7 kids, like there were so many things that were not taught to me that should have been taught to me. But yeah, I take a not a full body shower because y'all know I never wash my hair. No, I wash my hair a couple of times a week, but I will take a body shower every single day. So that's the vibe that I'm on right now. That is what I have been doing. Those are kind of my morning and night routines. I don't feel like they are complex. I feel like it's really easy stuff. But I feel like ultimately, if I could instill anything in you, if you're like, I don't know why I can't get it together, why don't my routines look how I want them to look? Why does Chloe Taylor have so much confidence and why is it working so well? And don't think it's just the stars. Um, I really cannot speak enough about how important if you are self sabotaging, let's say, which I don't even really believe in self sabotage, not that we don't do it, but I don't believe in the reasoning behind it that a lot of people have this idea of. I feel like self sabotage is actually just a protection mechanism and it keeps us from doing the things that we would like to do to pursue our goals because there is a bigger reason why we don't feel safe enough to accomplish that thing or do that thing. And this is why I believe over any undertaking that you want, whether it is making a new routine, chasing a goal, building a new brand, getting a new job, finding a partner, making more money, whatever it is that you're trying to get in your life, I really am a firm believer and I will stand 10 toes down on this. I will kill you on this hill. I probably shouldn't say that because I'm sure YouTube doesn't like that. I will unalive you on this hill because remember, we're not dying on hills for anyone in 2026. Not in this, the goddess is here. We are unaliving people on these hills. I will stand 10 toes down on the fact that you just need therapy. And I've said it again, I will say it 1,000 times. I understand that's not an accessible thing for everyone. Um, I myself have had years and years and years of my life where I could not afford mental health help. And it wasn't until my husband's job gave us the insurance so that I could go. So I know what it's like to have to cope without proper tools and just take it from somebody who has been there. It is so much better to cope with the tool. And now that I know what I know, I wish back then that I had spent more money, even if I had to go without other things, if it was possible. I wish I had spent more of my money paying out of pocket for that service because it is the thing that has helped me rebuild my confidence to such a place that I finally feel like I am operating as myself. I don't feel like life is just like whipping me back and forth and I have no direction, no understanding, don't trust myself, stuck in a shame spiral. We're just not there anymore. We are following our plan and not our mood, and we are meaning it. um, and yeah, I really attribute like a lot of my own changes. Like and many of you have DM'd me and you've been like, Chloe, you are glowing. Like there is something so different. The magnetic energy is magneticking. And I really do feel like I'm going to probably have to do a whole episode on trauma therapy. Is that something y'all would want to hear about? Like, can you leave me a little emoji? Like, give me a little black heart or something, you know? Give me a little black heart emoji if you would want to hear more about trauma therapy. And also, can you, like, if you have any questions about it, I would love to answer those questions if I can. I just feel like this is something that has brought nothing but good things to my life. And I feel I know in the year 2026, it's like rebellious as hell to say that you're happy, but I am like genuinely happy. Like I wake up every single day happy to greet the day and so grateful that I have another day on the planet and I get to do something with my time and with my life. And I just, I don't know how to explain it. And I do feel like ultimately it came because I went in and like did some really difficult work. And I know a lot of y'all did not see that happen because I was not producing the podcast when it was really hard. I spent a lot of time in 2025 not producing the podcast because I was going through it during the back half of the year. Therapy is not something that you just do it and everything feels like sunshine and rainbows. Sometimes it really hurts and you don't want to go back. Like you want to ghost that therapist because you're in so much pain. And it's like showing up for yourself again and again and again anyways. That is how you get the results. Consistency, discipline. Um Anyways, yeah, I will unalive people on that hill that like most of the problems that we face, we would be able to work through them and get through them if we had the right therapeutic modality, like if we were working with it. And again, I understand how privileged I am. I know that I'm speaking from a privileged place. I always want to make room for that as somebody that could not get those tools when I needed them. But it really is like I almost hate to say it because it's annoying. It's annoying. It's annoying because I knew for the last 4 years that this was what I needed and I felt like I just couldn't get it. So, I know how it feels to be so low that you like don't even want to be on the planet anymore. And now I know what it feels like to kind of come back from that. And no, to not kind of to come back from that. Anyways, I feel like we're getting like way off topic, but my point is that I don't think I could have accomplished any of this. I don't think I could be where I am today speaking to you like this from a place of somebody who says what they do and does what they say. Like, I could not be this kind of person if I had not done the work, the emotional labor that had to be done first. Anyways, y'all, we need to go talk to Chloe in the Yapper Girl Corner, so let's go get to it. Welcome to the Yapper Girl Corner, my babes. Oh my God, what are we drinking? I was so excited to share this with y'all because it is my new favorite. This is the Clean Simple Eats Clear Protein Water. This one is in the flavor blue raspberry. I had a blackberry vanilla that was so good. I was like, oh, blown away, blown out of the water. Okay. This one is good. The flavor I don't think is the best one. Let me try it again. Yeah, this one's good, but it's not as good as that one. So I would like these are expensive. I will not lie to you about that fact. Um, I think they are a little overpriced for what they are, but y'all know I've been on a journey and I'm always looking for like nice, fun ways to get protein in. And these are like 20 grams of protein, and I love that. So I love these and I like them because, and this is not sponsored, I'm just yapping to you about my favorite snacks like I would if you were sitting here next to me because I am a Taurus and I love food. Um, the thing I like about them is they're non-carbonated. And I feel like so many drinks that are protein on the market, if it's not a milky protein shake, it's carbonated. These remind me of like Arizona sweet tea or like the drinks that Arizona makes that are just in the can. They have that same feeling because they're non-carbonated, but like they taste sweet and there's no sugar in them. So, and you get a protein benefit. I love new favorite kitchen staple for sure. If you're looking for some, I would recommend, I will link them below, even though like I wish they would sponsor. I will link them below because I might be able to get them on like an affiliate link for me for like Amazon or something. But you get them cheaper if you do a subscribe and save. And that's the only reason I bought a case, is because I got it a little bit cheaper. And then just like canceled the subscription because I am that kind of person. But girly pops, I asked y'all on Instagram what topics you wanted to hear about on the podcast. And everyone, I shit you not, like 90% of the responses were like, tell us about your weight loss journey. Tell us about your health journey. And I just need to say it. I will. I swear to you, I will. I don't want to say too much because I'm moving in silence right now. I'm moving in silence. We are 6 weeks strong. I have made amazing headway. I have probably lost the most weight I have ever lost on a journey ever, like healthily. And I weigh less than I have weighed in years currently. It's not all about weight. It is about vanity for me. I will not even sugarcoat that. I will not lie to you about it. It is vanity for me. It is also for my health. We'll talk more about that in the future, but I'm not ready to give the full undisclosed thing of what I'm actually doing. And no, I'm not on a GLP-1. I'm not like, no. I'm not against people that do that either. But I just feel like I'm almost afraid that if I talk about it too much, I'm gonna like mess up or something, or like I'm gonna do something to derail myself. And I just really need like a little more time. And I also want to make sure that what I'm doing is like correct, because I feel like most people can do anything for 6 weeks. Like, you will hear about it. I promise you. You're going to hear about it so much in the future. You're going to be mad. You're going to be sick of me talking about it. Um, so just wait a little bit longer. Just wait through the winter with me, okay? I will address it. I will talk about it. I am heavily documenting it in my downtime. Just trust me on that. We will come back to it. So, because all y'all know is that it's very successful, and many of you have also told me that you could tell, and that's like, thank you. I really appreciate that. I can also tell, but it just, yeah, it's going extremely well. I started December 1st, and I am just like so pumped. Now that I'm starting to like see real results, I'm even more pumped, and I'm feeling so good. But something I can talk to you about that some of you were asking about that's in the same vein is I can talk to you, and that was kind of why I brought this to the show today, is I can talk to you about my favorite snacks. So my favorite snacks right now, obviously, I talked to you about the clear protein. I will link anything I can down below for you if you're curious about it. You don't have to use my links. I don't do this because I want to make affiliate money. Even if I did, I wouldn't lie about it. I'd be like, yeah, I'm here for that. Click my links. It would be nice, but I'm not like, use my links or don't. I don't care. But I really like these. Specifically, the blackberry vanilla one is the only other one I've tried, and I really liked it. Liked it more than this one. They have a bunch of other flavors too, but that has been a new favorite because I've had to change all of my snacks, right? I feel like a lot of the things I was snacking on before, like, just didn't make sense for my goals. Now I have like a lot of snacks when I snack, which I don't snack as often as I used to. But when I snack, these are the things I reach for. So I really like this. This is a big top hitter for me. Expensive, but in my opinion, worth it. I also really like it's this bar. I'll show it in the video. It's called Misfits. That's the brand who makes them. I have tried every single flavor of these bars that they make currently. My favorite one is I think it's like chocolate brownie or fudge brownie. It's not the caramel fudge. That one is something else. It's not the caramel fudge one. It's specifically like the brownie one. That one is my favorite. It is so good. When I'm like, I want something sweet, but I don't want to derail my progress, that's the vibe. That one, but all the flavors are good. I haven't had any of them that I didn't like. They also like don't mess up my goals and what I'm doing. So love those. Um, I love those. I love the protein water. I love also just like a protein shake. I do feel like the Slate brand is honestly probably the best, but those are harder to come by unless I order them online. So I've just been drinking the Premier Protein. I know those are not the best. They're not the best for you. Do I recommend them? They don't really have Chloe Taylor's stamp of approval, but they work in a pinch. The main thing I wanted to address though isn't even the protein shakes themselves. It's the Proffee. It's the protein coffee, girl. I have one of these every morning with my breakfast for the most part. If I don't have an iced coffee with it, I will have like hot coffee and then I'll have the protein shake on the side. But I'll do, and I think I talked about it in the episode, 2 shots of espresso, protein shake over the top. And I will drink this thing for hours. Like I just recently, it is 4:12 right now. Girl, I need to go make dinner. It's 4:12 right now. And I just, right before sitting down to film this segment, I finished my coffee for the day. So like literally the cup is sitting right here with me. Um, I drink it like throughout my day. And I love that that has been such a game changer for me in like also the fact that I'm not using a bunch of like stuff in my coffee like I was before. So this like gives me a sweet coffee without all of the extra bullshit, so to speak. So I really like that. A protein coffee for my day. Big fan. I also really love, and I think I've talked about them before, the LMNT, it's like an electrolyte packet. I love them. My favorite is the watermelon. The raspberry is good and the hot chocolates are good. But ultimately, these are great if you're working out a bunch and sweating a bunch like I am. It takes me like, so what I do, I don't drink these like most people do. I put a packet into a 40 ounce. Like most people will do it in like 24 ounces. That's too salty for me. I do it in a 40-ounce cup. And then with ice, unless it's the hot chocolate, then I'll do it hot, like in a Stanley, so it stays hot. I'll do a 40-ounce, and then it takes me sometimes 3 days to drink one of these because I just feel like having one a day is, for me, is kind of a lot. But I like the electrolyte benefit, I like the potassium benefit, and I like the magnesium benefit that are in them. And I also am such a hoe for something salty. Like, I was a salty chip girl. When I was drinking, my favorite beverage was a classic margarita, not mix. It had to specifically be triple sec tequila and lime juice with just on the rocks with a salted rim. Oh my God. If I'm like, I don't really drink now unless it's like a social thing or special occasions, but if I ever order a cocktail, I feel like it's that. Like it is just a classic margarita on the rocks. But it's the saltiness, it's the salty rim that keeps me coming back for more. So I don't know. I love a little salty drink. I like those a lot in the evening too. Like I might do that sometimes in my night routine, like mix up one of those and have it next to my water. I like that a lot. I also really, really love the chicharron, or it's also a pork rind. I know some people think these are so gross. I feel like if you buy the right ones, they're actually so good. My favorite ones are sold at Sprouts and Whole Foods. They are I think it's called 4505 brand, specifically the chili one. It's the red bag. These are the best if you are a chip and dip girl, okay? That was me. I'm a Taurus. I love food. That's like our whole thing is being into food. Um, you give me a chip and a dip, girl. That is like my wet dream, okay? When I used to derive all of my joy from food, which I don't anymore. But when I did, and I was mentally unwell and having a lot of weird food eating disorders, which I have dealt with in the past and I've been in therapy for. When I had these issues, you could put me in front of a bowl of chips and dip, and girl, I would be there all night. Now I portion things out, and instead of having a chip, I will use a pork rind. And I love this. You get protein from it, it's way less calorically dense, and they taste good if you buy the right ones. Like, I feel like sometimes regular pork rinds feel like too greasy and all you taste is grease. These ones feel like light and fluffy and delicious. So I really like that. I love making like a guacamole and then doing eating it with a pork rind. I do that for dinner sometimes. I'll do like a big avocado, sometimes an avocado and a half with 2 servings of pork rinds, and then I'll put like a veggie or some chicken on the side, or like I'll basically let myself have the snack for dinner because I love a chip and a dip so much. That has really gotten me through. Y'all already know I've talked about it before. I love a Quest chip every once in a while. It's like a high protein chip. I don't eat those a ton because the ingredients are not stellar, but on occasion I will have a Quest chip. Oh my God, I just shot the video for this for my Instagram and TikTok. I don't know when it will come out, probably not until much later, but I just shot the video for it, so know that it will be coming, and I will be putting the recipe up somewhere. I just did a walking taco salad. Oh my good glorious goddess. New favorite recipe unlocked. Some of y'all also asked me about recipes. Let me just tell you about this recipe, okay? The walking taco salad, the healthy edition. You need don't get the big bag, get the one that's like an individual sized portion. You need a bag you can get the big bag that's full of the 4 bags and just use one of those. I'm not sure who sells them. You can get them on Amazon as well. But the loaded taco flavor, okay? You get one of these. Then you have to use a chopper or you have to chop everything super, super fine. There is no other way to do this where it's going to be delicious. If you don't, you have to do it this way. And like, I am one of those people that's like gun to my head. I cannot follow a recipe to save my life. Trust me on this one. You want to follow this recipe. You chop up lettuce in the chopper. You chop up half a tomato. This is for 1 serving. So 5, usually I double it and my husband has some too. You do 5 romaine lettuce leaves chopped up in the chopper. Half of a tomato chopped up in the chopper. That is like your main base to the salad. You use half an ounce to an ounce of whatever cheese. I like a cheddar or a Mexican blend shredded. You do hot sauce, whatever is your favorite, a little bit of salsa, whatever is your favorite. I like the Mateos from Costco. You do a little bit of this dressing that I can tell you what's in it. I haven't made the recipe for it yet, but like ultimately it's like buttermilk mayonnaise. And you only use a little bit, so like it's okay to have this. You just have to be careful with it. Buttermilk, mayonnaise, limes, jalapenos, cilantro, garlic. I think that's it. Like that is the base of it. And like maybe some pepper and salts. You blend this up in a blender and you do it like a tablespoon of that on top as well. And then, am I forgetting anything? It's basically like all the toppings of a taco. Fine. Oh, and ground beef. Ground beef that you season with like taco seasoning and cook, obviously, cook it. And then you put 4 ounces of ground beef. You put all of this into a bowl, mix it up, use the chips to dip, and then like eat it like a dip because everything is so chopped up that it's like a taco salsa. It is so good. Me and my husband have had this so many times because it is so good. One of our favorite recipes right now. Like I said, I will have a recipe card for you eventually. I have already been working on it, but walking taco salad. They call it walking taco because it's like fair food. You normally take a bag of chips and cut it in half horizontal, like cut it open, and then you put all the taco toppings on top of the chips. And it's walking tacos because you can walk around with the bag. I don't like that. I don't like soggy chips, so I use it more like a dip with my chips. Or you can also crush the chips and put them all on top of the salad, which is also great. This shit is so fire. It's just like eating tacos, but in a different way. And I'm obsessed with her. I love her. She is the moment. She is the vibe. She is glorious. Okay. Okay. So that's a great one. These are just like foods I've really been loving lately. I don't know. So like y'all asked and I'm delivering. Oh my gosh, girly pops. I have one more thing to show you. My husband doesn't watch my podcast, and it is really important that we keep this one a secret, okay? Because don't be the asshole who spoils it, okay? This one's a secret. This is for my girly pops only. Um, Valentine's Day is one of my favorite holidays of the year. I would say Halloween and Valentine's Day are my favorites. I love pink and red. You and I have discussed this. We love pink and red. It's the moment, it's the vibe. I mean, look at my backdrop, look at me. Like, I love pink and I love red, and I love redheads in red because I feel like it is something that is not made for their color palette or their complexion, but we're all just rebels and we do it anyways. Like, have you ever seen Madeleine Petch? She is Cheryl Blossom in Riverdale in red all the time. She looks stunning. I love a redhead in red. But for Valentine's Day, my husband, he always takes me out somewhere nice. That's like pretty much tradition. This year, I don't know where we're going yet, but he told me I needed to dress nice. He gave me a time frame. He said after we have dinner, we are also going to go somewhere and like do an activity, but that's like more casual. So I'm obviously taking a change of clothes because that's the kind of person I am. But you need I am such a I get like an outfit for Valentine's Day pretty much every year. And this year I really challenged myself to do something different. I'm stepping out of the box in terms of my clothing. I need you just to see what I ordered, okay? This is the dress that I ordered. There's a picture on screen. I'm sorry if you're not watching the video, you will not be able to see it, but it's like a pink baby doll dress with red hearts all over it. Very cute. Okay, this is out of my comfort zone because it's short. I don't usually do like baby doll style because I do carry a lot of my weight in the front of me, like my breasts and my stomach. And then I have really long legs. So I just don't feel like it complements my shape. But, we're on a weight loss journey. We've actually lost a considerable amount of weight healthily, steadily. We're continuing to go. Hoping the dress is going to fit and I'm not going to be too skinty for it by then. I did actually buy it in a size down, and not like hopefully, like I actually think I have dropped a size over the last 6 weeks. So I got this dress. I also bought these shoes to go with it. They're like a kind of like a chunky red heel that they kind of remind me of like if you can't see the video, they remind me of like a baby doll shoe, like a baby doll, like normally those are like platformy. This one has like a heel instead of a straight across platform, and they're red and they're so cute and they match the red hearts on the dress. I'm going to be wearing light pink tights that go, I'm not going to do knee highs. I'm going to do tights that come all the way up my waist because I am just that the knee highs is a little too young for me. I feel like with this outfit, not because I think there's anything wrong with older people dressing young. For me, I feel like I am just more of a classic, like even my hair. I love like a classic wavy romance. Like baby doll just feels too young for my taste. So, with the baby doll and like knee highs, it just feels too young for me. And I think we kind of age it up a little bit by using a different stocking. So I'm going to use tights with this. I already have a red purse that I carry every day. So just going to use a red purse. I don't know how I'm going to do my hair. I think I want to wear it up to give the dress her moment, but we might have to practice a couple of times. But yeah, Valentine's Day is like a really big deal in my house. It is one of my favorite holidays. My husband usually goes all out. I usually go all out. I'm like really anticipating this one this time. So just, I'm so excited. And many of y'all had asked about Valentine's Day stuff. So unfortunately, I don't really know that I can speak to like the single girlies for Valentine's because I haven't been single on Valentine's Day for like 17. Oh my God, has it been 17 years? 2008. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Girl, it's going to be 18 years this year. I have not been single on Valentine's Day for 18 years. So almost 20 years of my life. I don't really feel like I can speak to the single girlies, but if you're a couple, hit me up. I feel like I can talk about that. But yeah, I'm so stoked. Oh my gosh, girl, why are we not wearing our glasses? I feel like I always wear my glasses for the Yapper Girl Corner segment. And these ones actually are like so on brand. They're hearts and red. Um, but that's the vibe for Valentine's Day. Oh my gosh, we've been talking for 20 minutes. Um, anyways, that's basically what I wanted to talk about for the Apple Girl Corner. Maybe we can wear. I will. I will like if I don't take photos, I'm sure I will in this dress and show you at some point. We will do a full episode wearing the dress. Like, I'm very excited. If I don't like it, which is the reality, there might be a chance that I try it on and I absolutely hate it. This is my backup dress. I will return that dress and I'm going to do this instead, which is like a sweater wrap dress that's pink with red hearts all over it. And it's long. So this is my backup. It's not as fun. It's not as stepping outside of the box for me. I might also just buy this sweater dress anyway, because I think it belongs in my collection, but that's the vibe. And like I said, you'll see it at some point on me, whether it's on Instagram, whether it's on this podcast, you will see it eventually. Unless I absolutely hate it, then you will never see it. That's the tea on that. Um, Anyways, this has been such a fun episode to shoot. I'm so excited to edit and I hope you enjoyed this. Please do not forget, when you stand on your own authenticity, you empower everyone around you to do the same. And be sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok. Those are the two places that I feel like, as I'm kind of building new things, that's where I want to put a lot of this stuff. So yeah, make sure that you follow me there. I feel like now that I feel like I don't have a social media addiction and I'm able to be healthy about it, I feel like I'm so much more willing to use the platforms when I feel compelled to use them. So I also say good morning to you every morning on Instagram. So, and I love responding to your DMs. So please keep those coming. And is there anything else I want to say to you? Follow your plan and not your mood. Follow your plan and not your mood. All right, that's all. I love you, girly pops, so much, and I will talk to you next Sunday. Bye.